My thoughts on the DCU. I don't think the DCU is gonna. It actually might fade out faster than the Snyder verse, in my opinion, because like you're doing. Okay, Superman is the first movie out technically. I know they did Creature Commandos, but that's a cartoon. So you're doing Peacemaker. Like all the projects that Gunn wanted that he worked on are the ones that stay in his main universe. I think on Peacemaker season 2, they're gonna explain why that is. I think that Justice League ending of Peacemaker season 1, I believe, it's not going to be quote unquote canon anymore, so they ignore that. And I think the new Peacemaker from a different timeline or the main timeline now is going to kill the Peacemaker that's of the last season of that was part of the old DCEU. But I don't like the fact that I think the second movie is going to be Supergirl. I don't like Supergirl's casting. I would have cast somebody a lot different. I think the girl that plays Supergirl should probably be Cheetah. I would have cast somebody like Natalie. I think her last name is Adelie Allen Lead. I think that's her name. But she was in a show called The Gifted. It's an X-Men TV show. The blonde from that show, she should be Supergirl. She deserves the role. I think she'll be way better Supergirl. I don't understand how casting directors miss these shots. I think Supergirl's not going to do that good. I don't think a Clayface movie without Batman's going to do good either. I think it didn't work for Sony. I don't think it would work for DC either. Because Sony did a Spider-Man-less movie franchise. Morbius failed. Madam Web failed. Now the Venom franchise was carried by Tom Hardy's acting, but even that wasn't that much of a success either. So I don't think the DCU is going to last that long. I don't think it'll be that good. And that's why my previous video, I think that Disney should acquire DC Comics from Warner Brothers because they know what they're doing better. Even though they've had some kind of a decline since Endgame, I think overall having them under one roof will be a lot of good content that fans want to see as far as crossovers. But DCU, I don't like the where they're going as far as where they're projecting. Now, I'll talk more of who I think will be a good Batman cast in a different video. But to be honest, I think there's a guy by the name of Tom Bateman. He's married to Daisy Ridley. I think he would make a good Batman. And the reason why I say that is I think the universe, if you're building a universe in DC in a movie scale, you should build around Batman. Batman was their bread and butter. Batman, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Build it around Batman. I know Superman is usually the logical choice because he's bright and he's the one of the first superheroes, if not the first superhero. But it doesn't work in today's world. You have to build around Batman and then branch out. Because even if you think about it, they could have branched it out from the Batman with Robert Pattinson. They could have built a universe off that. Or they could have branched it out from even Christian Bale's Batman. But they never went that far, and I don't think Nolan even wanted it. But if you're going to build a universe, start with Batman. I think that's what DC should have done. And then branch off from there. Cast Tom Bateman. He has the square jaw. He has the look. And he's an underrated actor. So that's who I would pick for Batman. That's what I'd do if I was the DCU. Now, if Superman fails, I think that Gunn, I don't think Gunn gets fired right away. I think they would take my plan, which is not really my plan, but which will logically make sense, is to go for your bread and butter. They'll double down on Batman, maybe make Robert Pattinson the main Batman, and try to see if that works before they're potentially sold away or reboot again. But that's my prediction. I don't like the way the DCU is going, but we'll see what happens.